personal presence in the Regional Development Council 8 meeting with the President presiding himself. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to appear before you today. Although I was unable to be present during the last hearing, I have been closely monitoring the proceedings remotely and with dialogue with my colleagues in the department. And I'm particularly mindful of the suggestions made by the good Senator Cayetano regarding the appointment of a single person or entity to spearhead the investigation into the circumstances surrounding the bridge collapse. In response to this, I would like to inform the committee that a special committee was established on March 18, 2025, tasked with conducting a comprehensive and in-depth investigation into the incident. This committee has been directed to submit its finding on or before 25 April 2025. Once the investigation is concluded, the DPWH will promptly provide the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee with the final report for your consideration. Please rest assured that the Department of Public Works and Highways is fully committed to cooperating with this investigation. We'll continue to work diligently to provide any additional information or documentation required by the committee as soon as it becomes available. Thank you for your understanding and good afternoon, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. And before we ask those who are attending today who weren't here last time to take the oath, I'd like to also welcome and thank Secretary Singson, former DPWH Secretary, and he's one of the architects of BGC Fort Bonifacio because many of the groundwork happened when he was BCDA Chair. So welcome, sir. Would you like to give an opening statement?
Thank you very much, Your Honor, and I'm pleased to be here, and hopefully I can contribute to the solution rather than the problem.
Thank you for that. Actually, Secretary, whether it's sa LEDAC, whether sa halls of Congress, sa budget hearing, hindi naman sekreto sa inyo na maraming, if I can call it, sa DFA, we call it pull aside. No? So it's not a scheduled meeting, but we pull each other aside, talk, and sometimes that's off the record. But hingi lang ako pasensya kay Sec Bonoan. I want to tell this as a starting point in this hearing, what I told him in the first or second budget hearing, if you remember, sir. I told Sec Bonoan na, Sec Bonoan, we all remember Secretary Vigilar. Si Secretary Vigilar, hindi pwedeng gumawa ng kalye na hindi kaliwa kanan yung drainage. So sabi sa akin ni Sec Vigilar, I was a young congressman, isa lang ang tinuturo sa engineering school sa kanila, which is drainage, drainage, drainage. Okay. Years later, hindi lang one side, gumagawa na rin tayong kalye na walang drainage. And then nagtataka tayo bakit bumabaha. So one of the legacies of Secretary Vigilar, and I think he was secretary for 2 ba or 3 presidents? 9 years, no? So 2 presidents. And isa sa legacy niya is basics. You know, hindi ka pwedeng maligaw sa basic, di ba? Maraming pakiusapan, this project, that project, pero hindi pwede sa kanyang, may red line siya, no? And I also told you, no, na I'm not an absolute fan of Secretary Singson, but I have to hand it to him. During his time, many people were complaining na walang kita because nga, they really brought down the cost and if not zero corruption, they minimal corruption. So ang nasabi ko sa iyo, Sec, ikaw at saka si Yusek Encarnacion, napakaganda ng reputation nyo. Huwag ka naman papayag na during your term, maturingan na most corrupt ang DPWH. I don't know if I mentioned to you then that kawawa naman yung 70, 80, 90% na matino kung papayagan mo yung 10, 20%. And have you seen the statements of Mayor Magalong? No. Sabi niya, 40% na daw uso. That could be an extreme, that could be a I don't know. Here's, I am sure you're talking also, COA is talking and everything. So why am I mentioning it now? Hindi para may mapaya, but because getting to the bottom of this can actually be an opportunity, can be a turning point for getting to the bottom of this collapsed bridge can be the starting point of reform in DPWH in this administration that will have far-reaching effects in the future. No? Why do I say that? Because nga, from admin to admin, so I've been in Congress since 1998. Bawat admin may reform, bawat admin may problema. And I remember noon, correct me if I'm wrong, Secretary Singson, di ba? President Aquino really didn't like dredging. Kasi ang tingin niya, pag nilagay mo yung lupa doon na umulan, bumalik doon, babayaran mo, hindi mo sure kung value for peso talaga. I think it was Duterte's time, nilipat yung pera ng road board kasi nga, yung sa road user stock, panay asfalto lang, minsan bagong simento, bagong asfalto, ina-asfalto. So every administration may konting reform. But I remember from Secretary Villar's time to now, ang rule, wag na wag niyong titipirin o wag na wag niyong ikokorap ang building at saka tulay. Kasi ang building at saka tulay, and yung mga ganong klaseng infrastructure, pati netting. Grabe ang ano ngayon ang balita about netting. Why those 3 projects hindi pwedeng galawin? Kasi pag tumumba ang building, wala kang kalaban-laban. Pag bumaksak ang tulay, wala kang laban. Ang netting is in areas na may slope, and pagka bumagyo or malakas hangin, pag may truck, may tao yan, nabaksakan ng tao yan, ang daling sabihin, sir, hindi kinaya, ganyan. But, you know, there's always one way or the other to see that, no? So anyway, I'll stop there, Secretary. And as I said, no, I'm an independent. I run as an independent, so sa akin, walang partido, ang tama ay tama, mali at mali. But I look at this as an opportunity, di ba? Not an opportunity to grill the DPWH and to say, parati na lang kayo, or but an opportunity nga na, where do we draw the line? And tell the contractors, hoy, 1 trillion na ang budget ng DPWH. Kikita at kikita kayo kahit anong mangyari dito. Pero ito yung red line. Huwag kayong tatawid dito sa line na to. Huwag niyong dadayain yung project. Huwag niyong kokorapin yung mga tao namin. Huwag kayong magdadala ng mga padrino dito. Whatever it is, no? And I think we will get to that point in this bridge because there are some telltales, no? So may I ask muna the Director General, sorry, but we do have to follow the protocol just to put everyone under oath, no?
Your Honor, those who are here for the first time, kindly stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
Yes.
Your Honor, everyone said yes.
So, Mr. Secretary, sa mga kapatid natin sa DPWH, let's start with, I was expecting kasi talaga an outrage. And may outrage yung public, pero hindi ko naramdaman kasi sa DPWH yun. Why? February 27 po yung hearing, ay yung kaganapan. March 14 hearing, walang point person, walang committee, walang findings pa, preliminary pa lang. Basic sa evidence na as soon as may ganyan, ginagawa na yung pictures, yung testing, etc. So I asked, nag-coring test na ba, nag-x-ray, etc. Wala. No? So I'm happy that you responded, and 4 days lang naman po. So I thank you for that, na nagbuo na kayo ng committee. But I will apologize now, will not wait for April 25. This will actually help the committee. So just in case may pressure or that they have to change track, for example, it shouldn't be just DPWH, but they should have someone from NBI or COA. Let's go through something, Secretary, and then, Secretary, I have some questions that are for you, which are policy, but anything na detalye, feel free kung sinong tatawagin mo na nakakaalam. Of course, USEC people. So, my preliminary question is, what's the working theory of the department? Diba? So, is it faulty design, overloading, bad construction? Ano ang, as of today, ano ang working theory ng department? Kasi it's been almost a month na rin since this happened.
Your Honor, the working theory of the department now is actually to investigate deeply on the circumstances behind the failure of one span of this bridge. And let me, because we also want to learn actually, to put it in proper perspective, Your Honor, this bridge, this is the first kind of a design of bridge that has been undertaken in the Philippines. And this is why we want also to learn from it how this bridge was designed, and so that it can be adapted into the structural menu of the department.
So tama, Sec, you're exploring all possibilities as of now.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
But were there any red flags before this happened, or parang aksidente lang talaga? Was there a report from the Region 2 or any ASEC and USEC na delikado tong bridge na to?
Well,
To your knowledge, Sec.
yes, to my knowledge and to the recount of those who were involved in the implementation of this project, there has been some observations from the very start. Now, but having said that, let me just again premise that this bridge has not yet been turned over to the Department of Public Works and Highways. So it's still under the custody of the contractor in itself. So
Yes. So let's go to that mamaya, Sec. But have we ruled out overloading already?
not yet,
Not yet,
Your Honor.
okay.
It's just
So,
going to one of the parameters.
Can I go to that in a late, kasi I couldn't explain it well last time because I'm not an engineer nor an architect. So can you go to the next slide? So sir, ang sinabi kasi pagka yan, 2 lanes, it's 32 tons each. Yan ang pagka-explain nila last time. So ang sinasabi ko sa kanila, hindi, pero maraming bridge ang natatraffic eh. So we do not design the bridge just for 64 tons for 2 lanes. You design it based ng traffic yung buong span. Am I correct there?
I think the design parameters is actually for moving loads.
So, can you go to the next slide? Hindi ba ito yung design?
I would not be able to technically.
Who can, sino sa DPWH? Yes, Engineer Cañete. Am I correct or am I correct?
Sir, merong sa bridge code na may lane loading. Yung lane loading, lalagyan mo ng load buong tulay, buong length ng tulay. Pero it's supposed to be combination na ng light vehicles, truck na walang laman, etc. Meron siyang 9.4 or 0.9 tons per meter per lane na kasabay nung isang truck.
Okay, so 2 things, sir. So, I'm partially correct in the sense that hindi 64 tons lang na 2 truck because titignan mo yung buo at yung daloy ng traffic. I'm not correct in the sense that hindi designed for lahat truck at dikit-dikit. Correct, sir?
Dikit-dikit yun sa pero light
Pero hindi
vehicles.
truck lahat.
Hindi truck.
Sige. So, part of our hearing is to find out kung may misfeasance, malfeasance, etc. But kung may anomalya, but part of our hearing is also to have remedial legislation. Okay? Kasi ito ang problema ko kung sasabihin natin yung design mixed na. Kung wala din tayong magbabantay na magsasabing hold ka muna dyan, and kung yung magbabantay, but assuming may magbabantay, may nagpa-flag dyan, di ba? Napakahirap dun sa magpa-flag na magsabing sandali lang. Hindi kayo pwedeng 3 truck magkasunod. Para ka muna truck, alika na muna kotse. That's a 24-hour job. Okay, go to the next slide. So this is the better slide. Can you, just for the record, Sir Cañete, this is the better slide.
Yeah,
Mas
that is the simulation for the lane loading na uniform load na 0.9 Mga 0.9 tons per meter.
And then may space,
Per lane.
no? Okay. And wala naman 86 tons yung isang truck na pinagbibintangan ngayon na bumaksak. Di ba? Sir.
Our estimate, Your Honor, is the gross vehicle weight of the truck, the load and plus the tail weight of the truck is 102 tons.
Okay, so let's look at that. Kung sino man makapag-present sa inyo para makita yon. And then, if valid yon, then you have a reason not to rule this out. Next slide. But let me show you, for example, no, is this Guadalupe ba, no? Guadalupe Bridge that you're going to repair soon, di ba? Ang kaibahan sa Guadalupe, meron po tayong bus lane at meron din po tayong coding. Pero kung walang coding po yan, or kung yan ay tulay na malapit sa pier, hindi natin mapipigilan na yung mga container vans at saka yung mga truck tabi-tabi. Diba? So I do know it's more expensive to design bridges based on traffic and then truck lahat. But the question is not only cost, apples to apples cost. The question also is safety and the opportunity cost pag bumaksak. So ngayon na bumaksak yung sa Isabela, ang layo ng iikutan ng lahat ng sasakyan at truck doon, di ba? So may we take note of that, Secretary, and at the end of the hearing, ask you kung anong amendment nyo. Is this bridge code to, no? Hindi building code, tama ba? Bridge code, no? So what amendments do you think na kailangan natin sa bridge code? And upon the recommendation of Engineer Cañete, I think it was Yusek Pipo, and the LTO Region 2, I called Secretary Vince Dizon and told him nga about the problem of bigger trucks being registered and the coordination with DPWH, yung sa last hearing, no? Next slide, please. So, sir, ito yung, what do you call it, plan?
The hanger connection.
Ito yung hanger connection plans ng bridge. Na-present na sa inyo to, sir? Hindi pa? Na-present na. Next slide. Okay. Ito yung picture. Thank you very much, GMA7. And thank you din na nilagay nyo nga, design flaw, question mark. Sir, sa unang tingin nyo pa lang dyan, well, sinide to side ko na, no? Tinignan na ba after 1 month nung ating mga nag-iimbestiga kung meron pong bolts sa loob ng plate?
Yes, Your Honor. I think we have looked into the connections at the bottom chord of
Anong finding
They are-
po nila? Was the gasket plate, middle plate, bolts, all there? Ang design po nito hollow di ba? Hollow to, wala tong semento dun sa loob. Bolt ang ginamit nila. Yan ang design yan
Yes, I think ang design ho niyan is actually may plate that is bolted on the side.
Yan sir, yung sa kanan yan, actual ano po yan? Galing mismo sa approved plans
Kaya
po
yan.
yan. Nandyan po yung dapat. So, did they open that up na? Kasi from here, parang walang bolts. Kaya lang, baka naman bottom plate yon Kaya baka hindi ko lang nakikita. So, 1 buwan na. Meron bang any report sa inyo na tinignan na yan?
Meron po.
Anong report nila? Meron, wala?
Meron pong bolts, but I think ang pagka-bolt yata nito is actually on a plate that is attached.
So, no, but bottom line, did they follow the design or not?
They follow the
Yeah.
design.
So, who submitted that? Nandito ba sila?
Pwede ba natin yung si...
Yeah, just for clarity, I don't want to put your secretary on the spot kasi he's testifying to his knowledge. So, who has... So, tawagin na lang natin. So, habang tinatawag, Sec, so habang tinatawag, can you go to the next slide? Sec, ito ay pictures na galing sa report ng DPWH. Ano mapapansin natin dun sa steel bar?
Na-break po dun sa sa mismong connection sa baba.
And what does that usually mean, sir?
That means, to me, actually overstressed yung yung rod.
Pero smooth siya, sir.
Yeah, it was
Smooth. Hindi po yun ang science ng laboratory nyo. Can you go to the next slide? Sa laboratory nyo po, kapag hinila ang bakal, ninipis siya tapos jagged yung bali. Can you go back one slide? Dito po makinis at saka hindi umiba yung size. So usually, ibig sabihin yan, substandard yung bakal na ginamit.
probably
That's what the laboratory, if you go to YouTube, you talk to engineers, hindi mapuputol yan sa stress na ganyan ang pagkaputol. Ayan po, side to side ko.
the other picture, Your Honor, is what we call necking. Yung merong tensile strength ng bakal.
Yes, pero may elongation test po yan, di ba?
Yeah, but here,
Hinihila po yon.
yes.
So pag hinila nyo po, ninipis siya kung saan siya pinakamahina, and then ang putol po niya hindi smooth.
Yeah.
Di ba? Pero kung makikita mo yung putol nito, smooth na smooth. So ang tanong ko, eto po ba ay tinest na ngayon sa laboratory kung up to specs yung bakal?
I think may test yata po ito lahat ng bakal na ginamit
Yes,
nila dito.
before. But pwedeng dayain ang test eh. So now na bumaksak na, we should have tested it right away. And it's already been a month. Baka napalitan na yan.
Well,
So,
hindi na, nandoon pa naman, Your Honor, yung mga bakal. So,
for all we know,
nandoon
if,
pa naman.
if I was the one who cheated, pinalitan ko na yan.
Well, there are other similar.
No, but that's my point, Secretary. May bumaksak sa tulay sa Pilipinas. ₱1 billion tulay, and we don't seem outraged. And hindi binantayan at ginawa na lahat ng test. Isang buwan na. Yung coring test ba, ginawa na po?
Yung coring test kasi, Your Honor, we don't find it necessary yung coring test on this lab at this point in time kasi intact eh.
I won't argue with you, Sec, because you're the engineer. But while we're waiting for your... Nandiyan na po ba? Yung ano? Yeah. Sir, please take the seat and microphone and introduce yourself, please. Yung nag-inspect na nagsabing may bolt, what's the next slide? Sir, while we're waiting for them, di ba, ito yung naputol. Ano bang report sa inyo sa 12 spans, ilan yung nagka-problema in the past? Di ba, tinestify kasi ni, you can pass it to Yusek people or whoever knows, di ba? Yusek kasi sinabi nyo, yung bumaksak is 8, pero ang nagka-problema in the past is 3. Tama ba yung recollection ko?
Yes, Your Honor. There are already defects that were observed even before, even in our earlier,
And-
during the construction, they're already perceived.
But based on your
defects.
knowledge, ilan spans ang may problema nun? Then I'll recognize lang our colleague. Sige, while you're consulting kung sino nakakaalam, I'd just like to recognize our former majority leader, Joel Villanueva.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
You wanna make a opening remark?
I will continue to listen and I will allow the chairperson to
So
proceed.
nandyan na po ba yung mga nag-inspect? So Sec, Yusek? Anong mga span from 1 to 12? So we mentioned na 8 yung bumaksak, 3 yung may problema. May ibang span na may problema o hindi?
Before, during the construction, there are already noticed defects on span 2 and 3. Then, Your Honor, in later part of the construction, there are already more noticed deficiencies on span 1, 7, and 8.
So, 5 out of 12.
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor. Yes,
So
Your
siguro, Sec, nakikita mo point ko. Kung 5 out of 8 may nakikitang problema, tapos may na putol ba o nabali na flat, kaya yung testing becomes important. But, we'll go to this later on. But in my research, sa sinubmit nyo, 12 yung may problemang span, hindi 5. Every single span may problema. And these are based on reports that were submitted. And I want to thank mga taga DPWH. Pero inignore nung higher ups. So we'll go to this one by one. But I want to make that point. Hindi totoong 2 and 3 lang. Since 2014 till ngayon na bago ibigay, every single one of them ay may napansin ang inyong mga field engineers. So much so that the DPWH asked to get a independent structural engineer. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero ang nagbayad kayo, hindi yung contractor, nung structural engineer.
Yes, Your Honor. It was
So,
the
napaka-special ng contractor. Sila ang sunod-sunod na problema. Ang original price was how much, Sec? Around 800, di ba?
around almost 800.
And then ang additional was 400.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you added basically 50%, and part of it was because of the findings ng structural engineer. Wala pang 7 million yun. Sa 800 million, kung kumita sila ng 10%, which is the allowed by law, that's 80 million. Taong bayad pa nagbayad nung structural engineer. So, Mr. Secretary, please look into that kung tama yun. I mean, walang problema kung walang sira and we wanted to double check. Sunod-sunod yung problema, kaya tayo kumuha ng engineer, tapos tayo magbabayad. So, can we go to the next slide? Ay, sir, nandiyan na pa yung sa Bolt? Sir, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Engineer Alex Almoela, sir.
Have you taken your oath? Hindi
Yes,
pa?
sir.
Yeah. Sige, sir. So, ikaw nag-inspect, sir?
Isa sa nag-inspect, sir.
Kailan kayo nag-inspect, sir?
Nung 28 na, nung
So,
umaga.
kayo yung team na
Pumunta
na
sa...
initial.
Yes, sir.
Nasilip mo yung sa loob?
Hindi namin, sir, masilip dahil nasa taas siya, mataas ang
Sige. So, Secretary, hindi nasilip. So, they do not know kung may bolt yun o wala.
Yes, sir.
Di ba? Okay. So, as of now, wala pang sumisilip.
Bali, sir, may team na pinadala ulit.
Sino yung mga yan? At kailan sila pinadala ulit?
Ngayong umaga yata, sir.
Kaninang umaga?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After 1 month, Secretary. Yan, Secretary, mas confident ako kasi mahirap namang palitan yan and everything. I understand. But I won't keep repeating myself, Secretary, but can I put on the record that we should have a sense of urgency, diba, in getting to the bottom of this, no? So the other thing I asked USEC people is, have there been any preventive suspensions during this period?
At this point in time, Your Honor, there has not been any suspension that has been meted to any personnel in the department, simply because many of those who have been in, who have one way or the other involved in the construction supervision of the bridge are no longer connected with the department.
That's okay with that, Sec, but I mentioned one, si R.D. Malaluan.
Oh.
We were here in a hearing.
Yes.
I told you, isa sa pinakalokong contractor, yung J.D. Legaspi, gumagawa ng kalokohan sa Taguig. You promised me you will deal with them. They were ordered to stop the project. Pinatuloy ni RD. Tapos nung sinabing stop na, pinapatuloy pa rin niya yung slope. Then I found out she was RD there. And then ipropromote nyo pa na magiging ASEC ni USEC people. So it's not true that they're all retired or they passed away.
Well, I think si Director Malaluan kasi is no longer in the regional office.
No, but the point, Sec, is that process is as important as result.
Yeah.
That's why meron po tayo sa batas natin na preventive suspension sapagkat importanteng malaman ng tao na fair yung investigation.
Yes.
'Di ba? Pero kung ang tingin, so tignan nyo sir ha, yung pong taga-LTO na nang haras ng farmer sa Bohol, preventive suspension, 1 linggo, tanggal. So I'm not asking you to suspend them for 3 months, 6 months. If you suspend them for 2 weeks and finish the investigation for 2 weeks, then afterwards, cleared sila. Pero yung zero suspension, tulay ang bumagsak, hindi to ordinary. So again, Sec, I won't overemphasize that, but you know, as I said, nasaan yung sense of indignation or outrage dito? Sec, did they ever inspect plan versus actual?
It's now being done, Your Honor.
So nung bumagsak na.
Yes, Your Honor.
So hindi ba dapat in-inspect yun bago buksan?
Well, as I said, Your Honor, the department has nothing to do with the opening at this point in time. We have not made any.
So it's the contractor.
It's the contractor.
And sir, sino yung contractor? You can interrupt later on, just raise your hand. Are there other ongoing contracts of this contractor?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Oh, did you suspend it or did you at least pinababantayan nyo ba or what?
Well, pinababantayan. Every project naman, Your Honor, is
No,
being
but I'm
monitored.
saying, if you're now saying binuksan nila na walang go-ahead ng DPWH at ganun yung ginawa nila at sunod-sunod defects, pero hindi nyo sinuspend or whatever yung ibang project nyo, wala rin tayong ginawa sa kanila.
Well, at this point in
So
time,
how do I know as a citizen of this country that wala silang ibang project na hindi pa nata-turn over, na binuksan na nila, na hindi safe? Di ba ang airplano, pagka nagka-problema, kahit sabihin mong konti lang tapos bumaba, all the planes of the same category, same make, is now grounded.
well, Your Honor, I think we have to isolate this bridge because this is a new design
Sir,
bridge.
sir, it's been constructed since 2014. It's
Yes, Your
been
Honor.
inspected again and again and again. And again. And hindi
I know.
aksidente na bumaksak siya.
I know, Your Honor. I think that is the record that I have
So,
seen.
no, let's continue rather than arguing with you. Next, please. I'll speed it up so that Senator Villanueva can So, sinagot na ni Yusek Pipo, sinagot ko na rin siya. Next. Okay. So, tinanong ko Sec kanina, has there been any red flags? Ito po ay, and let me congratulate Engineer Felipe Lingan. Is he still around? Sir, anong position mo, sir? And then your, dito na, sir. Ito, makigamit ka lang. Importante to kasi usually sa hearing napapagalitan lang paminsan-minsan naman pasalamatan namin yung ginawa yung tamang trabaho niya. So sir, you retired as?
Sir, I'm Engineer Felipe Lingan, sir.
Okay.
I'm already retired in DPWH since last year.
Okay.
I am the project engineer of that project from the start until my retirement.
So what was your position when you made that report?
I am the government project engineer, sir.
Then by the time you retired, you retired, were you promoted?
No, sir.
When did you retire?
Just April of last year, sir.
The
During
reason I ask is at least preliminary Tingin ko ikaw ang gumawa ng trabaho mo. Kasi tingin ko na pro-promote yung hindi ginagawa trabaho nila Tapos yung gumagawa ng trabaho niya hindi na pro-promote. So you made this report.
Yes,
Ang
yes,
sabi ng report nito, Mr. Secretary, the deck slab has shifted horizontally by approximately 100 millimeters as manifested in the adjoining expansion joint of span 7 and 8. Second, the said horizontal displacement of slab has caused tilting on both columns of Pier 8 and significant cracks. Hindi lang cracks, significant cracks were observed along the side of the columns where tension was induced by shifting of deck slab. The bolts connecting the main steel girder to the arch structure near Pier 7 were all snapped due to severe shear. The outermost steel cross beam at Pier 7 was deformed or buckled, and the 25 millimeter steel rod and brace also snapped. 2018 pa lang yan, Sec. So, am I correct, not being an engineer or an architect, pag nakita mo yan, medyo alarmed ka na? Oh.
I understand, Your Honor, this is the reason why we engage the department engaged a private consulting firm.
We'll go there, Sec. Pero after you engage, wala pa rin ginawa yung department. So let's go to the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Ito po, June 18, si Robert Panaligan, Bridge Division to Lea Delfinado. Nandito ba si Mr. Robert Panaligan? You just, I just want to acknowledge you and thank you for submitting. Well, wherever he is, thank you, sir. Ito, the bottom cords at both sides of span 8 were disconnected from the arches at the location near Pier 7. All bolts, 8 pieces, were sheared off, snapped off of both connections due to horizontal displacement of the arc by 168 millimeters towards Pier 8. The floor beam and hanger rod connected to the bottom cord of span 8 has a vertical displacement of 50 meters and 90 millimeters, 50 millimeters and 90 millimeters. So on, Comments. Initial inspection report, copy attached, was prepared by bridge designer engineer Albert Cañete with his findings, conclusion, and recommendation on the damaged particular Pier 7, 8, and span 8. The following are our comments based on submitted report. Per conclusion in the report, the outward deflection of arches are prevented primarily by composite concrete and steel arches in adjacent spans. However, this construction procedure was not shown in the approved plan. So may hint na po na ang problema was construction, not plans. Kasi hindi daw shown in the approved plans yung construction procedure. Okay. The magnitude of cracks at Pier 8 column, number 8 column, ranging from hardline to 3 mm with about 100 to 200 mm interval, indicated possible yielding of the longitude main bars. This sideways movement towards pier number 8 and displacement of span 8 most likely has caused induced stress on the concrete and on its bottom cord. 4. There is no assurance at the construction of concrete arc of span 9 and its bottom cord free sliding will render a backward push to pier number 8. In our opinion, this can be delicate and risky operation. So, dun pa lang sa June 18, 2018, sinasabi na risky. Kanina, significant crack, ngayon risky. The initial report of Engineer Cañete should be properly endorsed by the original design consultants for their review concurrence. You remember this, Engineer Cañete? They're actually endorsing your recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor. It's because just like what the Secretary said, first time itong ganitong klaseng tulay. And may main parang complaint ko lang is ang policy kasi ng DPWH, the designer is not involved sa construction.
Yes. So that's maybe something we should look at then, Secretary. But my point is, hindi namin tatanggapin yung first time. Kasi paano kung first time gumawa ang DPWH ng new Senate building? So baka bumaksak yon? Wala na kayong Senado.
I only get called pag
No, I'm not talking about you, sir. I'm just saying na, yes, it's the first time, but when you do the first time, you do study after study, consultant after consultant, at lalo yung tinututukan. So, I mean, there are certain reasoning that you can say it's the first time. Diba? But hindi siya blanket excuse na because it's the first time na may ganitong bridge. Is this more complicated than the San Juanico Bridge?
Yes, sir. Kasi hindi siya regular bridge. Sa regular bridge kasi meron kang substructures, yung support. Tapos yung superstructure mo, pinapatong mo lang.
So, you could have done it the way you did San Juanico, di ba?
Yeah, usually, ang usual sa DPWH na alam ko na construction methodology is pag installment yung budget, Unahin muna nila puro substructures.
Yes. No, the reason I say that, Engineer Cañete, and I bring it up in front of you, Sec, because I don't expect you, kung 4-5 hearing to, I'm not going to say you have to be here, I know you're busy. But yun nga ang point ko. You could have done it the old way, ensure ka, or you could have done it the new way, the first time, but check after check after check, safeguard after safeguard after safeguard. And the first time na may red flag, nandun na tayo. But we'll see. Let me finish so that you will see na hindi pinansin yung mga, or yung remedyo were not really remedy. They were really more of yung kanto, remedyohan natin to, no? So in view of the above, it is recommended consultant be required, that the consultant be required the following. 1, analysis of damage condition, especially the effect of displacement and cracks in the overall structural integrity. Ha? So let me repeat that. Ha? Displacement and cracks on the overall structural integrity, include analysis of the induced stress on affected structural members and effect when subjected to live and seismic loading. 2, revalidation, rechecking of the original design analysis, particularly all connections prior to the implementation of the remaining works. 3, prepare plans or remedial measures supported the design calculation of the following: pier columns, connected bottom cords, steel hanger rods, floor system, and expansion dam. Kaya sir, kaya ko pinapansin yung smooth yung pagkaputol kasi sinunod ba to? Kasi winarn na eh, di ba? Remedial countermeasure, if to be undertaken, shall be supported with complete analysis to prevent the recurrence of such incident. To your knowledge, Secretary, after the 2018 memo, was there a recurrence of such incident? Or USEC people or whoever was monitoring this project?
After that incident, Your Honor, I think what we are narrating here is actually what has to be done in the retrofitting scheme.
Okay. And the retrofitting was done
In 2022, 2023.
Okay. So let's continue para ipakita, sir, na hindi pinansin yung mga or it was taken for granted. Sorry. Next slide, please. Okay. In this supplemental report, the undersigned wishes to inform the presence of multiple longitudinal cracks at the concrete slab of span 7, which was not noticed during the first inspection on June 11, 2018. We first noticed the presence of horizontal cracks lately in one of our daily monitoring activities on span 8, but we somehow gave no importance to it as it is minimal in size and numbers. It was only during the second joint inspection in July 13, 2018 that the noticed horizontal cracks have multiplied and become very evident. Next slide, please. January 2019 na to. This is to follow up the report on span number 7. So, we do not usually follow up kung pinansin mo yung unang report, di ba? So, finalo up, and again, this is before your time, Secretary, ha? Span number 7 of the subject project under contract with RD Interior Junior Construction, where in our supplemental report dated July 16, 2018, a multiple longitudinal cracks were observed on its concrete deck slab. Please be informed that last week during the painting of the bridge steel members beneath the slab of 7, the workers noticed that the bolts connecting the left steel beam, bottom cord, to the concrete arch was deformed with one bolt snatched from its location. So, hindi naman po siguro masama na tinanong ko kung tinignan natin kung may laman na bolt yon, because as early as 2019, may problema sa bolts. So that's what I meant, sir. Kung walang red flag, di ba, kung hindi ko nakikitang pumapayat si Senator Villanueva, wala akong dahilan magtanong, Brad, okay ka ba? May sakit ka ba? Di ba? Pero kung nakita ko na within 1 month, 10 pounds na wala, Brad, nagpapapayat ka ba o may sakit ka ba? Di ba? So in this case, sir, sunod-sunod din na sinasabing nilalagnat na tong bridge na to eh. We perceive that the tremendous shear that deformed these bolts had affected the slab and caused the longitudinal cracks noted thereon. Next slide. So, ito po, May na to, May. Okay. Summary na lang, Sec, kasi I wanna give others a chance to speak. Baka mag-online din mamaya si Senator Revilla. Span 7, additional cracks. Span 8, deflection of the pier. Span 9, bottom chord problems. So deflection, Sec, tama ba? Nag-move na. So for the record, the Secretary is So next slide. Next slide, January 10, 2020. Ayan, findings. The 12-span arc-type superstructure were undertaken in 2 phases. Phase 1 covered the constructions of 1 to 8, with Phase 2 covered the construction of 9 to 12. A report from Project Engineer DPWH Region 2 last June 2018 verified that through BOD inspection report wherein the following defects were observed. So again, kudos to the Bureau of Design. You were involved, and I've seen in the documents you have continued to point out yung mga problema. The bottom chord at both sides of span 8 were disconnected from the arches located at near pier number 7. All bolts, 8 pieces, were disconnected from the arches at connection due to horizontal displacement of 168 mm towards pier number 8. All bolts, all bolts. So meaning, if I was a law student in the legal aid at nakita ko tong report na to, pagpunta ko sa site, yan ang una kong titignan kasi may may finding na eh. So basically the findings, so anyway, I'll give this, yung hairline cracks were noted on deck slab of span 9 and 10 of the constructed bridge and on surface of concrete arch near the connection of support pier, no? So kita nyo po, no? All over may mga problema. Next slide. Recommendation. In view of the above finding, the composite team undersigned recommend the following: avail and hire the independent consultant. Yun ang sinasabi mo, Sec. And again, to be fair to you, I will be hard when I think it is your call. This was the former DPWH administration. Okay. Dito sinabi, because of all of that, hire a independent consultant to undertake the following. No? Tapos yan. Okay, next slide. So, on August 1, 2020, malayo na to sa una niyang Sir, ikaw ulit to, no? So, PE, what does PE mean? Project Engineer. Project Engineer Felipe Lingan, am I pronounce it right? To RD Loretta Maluluan. Findings, observation. All bolts connecting the steel bottom cords to the arches at span 1 was completely sheared off and snapped. All bolts. Okay. One of the 25 mm RSB sway braces at the first panel of span 1 snapped at its welded connection and buckled. So welded, it buckled. Diba? So usually pag ganyan, check-in mo na lahat. Okay. A 20 millimeter horizontal displacement toward was observed at the expansion joint above, etc. Okay. Recommendation. A thorough investigation evaluation by the bridge designers must be undertaken, span 1, to formulate urgent remedial measures to be implemented to save the structure of span 1. So Engineer Lingan was already saying, pag hindi nyo to ginawa, hindi nyo masasave ang span 1. Request Urban Engineers Consultancy Group to speed up the submission of their report recommendations, which can be used as a basis for retrofitting. If I was the RD noon, I would tell the USEX, ASEX, and the Secretary, boss, 2 years na to, ang dami ng mga memo, may problema tayo dito. Malaki problema natin dito. But pareho naging pattern, may magsusumbong, kumuha tayo ng pangalawang titingin. Remedyo, no? So now the stress problems were now from 7 to 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then now, it's 1 and 2. So slowly, the defects weren't just in 1 or 2 spans. It was in all spans. Next. July 2023. So, sir, ikaw na ang secretary niyan. New administration na to. From Benjamin Lasam, State Auditor, Team Leader, COA po to, to RD Reynaldo Alconcel. Sorry, Sir Reynaldo. Reynaldo Alconcel. Deficiencies. There were noted deficiencies during the course of inspection as follows. Split post at Pier 4 and 5 collided, which resulted to horizontal cracks at bid height of the post. Multiple cracks at concrete arches were seen at span 1 to 8. Multiple cracks at deck slab of span. Deteriorated pre-molded filler at expansion joint of Pier 2 and gap of 85 millimeters instead of the supposed 20 millimeters indicated on the plan. Warp diagonal wind bracing at the concrete arch of span 3, 5, and 6. Transverse crack at both left and right sidewalk. Phase 2. There were noted deficiencies during the course of inspection following. Damaged concrete arc around the hanger rod of span 9. Multiple cracks at concrete railings. Cracks at concrete arches. Multiple cracks at deck slab. Factual question lang, sir. Since this was 2023 audit, ito ay after na yung findings ng independent and after the retrofit na.
Your Honor, I think this was the time when the retrofitting was still being done.
Kailan ba yan? Sige, May 2023. So his findings July but yung former pa. Okay, so at least that's clear. Next slide. So Engineer 2, Bureau of Research and Standards, Boy Alexis Minanyo. The contractor are the one who will hire structural engineer to assess the structure integrity of the bridge of his own expense. The source of this is the memorandum, January 2020. Bakit, sir, DPWH ang nagbayad? Na ang recommendation naman ng DPWH, yung contractor ang magbayad. Can you find that out, sir? Because that was before your time.
We will look into that, Your Honor. I
Yeah.
think.
So who reversed his memo? Yeah. 110 po yan sa signature page. And I think it was smart. Kasi nga, with all the findings before that, ano na po to 2020 eh. After seeing everything ng 2018, 2019, di ba? Meron ka ng prima facie evidence na ang problema na sa construction eh. Hindi sa design eh. Di ba? That's why nga pinatitignan mo sa independent structural engineer. Di ba? The structural engineer looks at the structure, not the design, di ba? Or both?
Both.
Both. So he look at the design and the actual construction.
Yes,
Yes.
Your Honor, because I think these are interrelated.
Interrelated. So sir, but you agree with me that pag may nakita ka ng problem after problem after problem, hindi dapat gobyerno magbayad nung pangalawang titingin.
I think, well, there's a basis to it, Your Honor. But of all what we have presented, Your Honor, it will be appreciated that it looks like from day one there's already a problem.
Yes. Sir, nanggaling sa inyo to eh.
Yes.
So that's my point eh. You have a legal department eh, di ba?
Yeah.
You know, so it's either you have someone who knows how to investigate or you get someone from outside.
Yeah.
Because ako man, di ba, if I'm working with all of you every day, it's not a bias na pagtakpan ko kayo. It's just a normal bias that you presume regularity.
Yeah.
That's why nga ang mga police, galit din dun sa internal police. Kasi nga, kapwa police, pero iimbestigahan ka rin. Pero trabaho nila yon, di ba? So next slide, please. Patapos na to, sir. Ito, sir, ang evaluation ng as-built ng urban engineers. No? So, sinong nakaka-recognize? Ito po yung sinubmit ng urban engineers. Tama po? Sige. Okay. So, ito po sinubmit ng urban engineers. Lahat ng naka-pink, ang ibig sabihin niyan, fail. Okay. So anyway, kahit saan page ko tinignan, may kulay pink. Ayan. So, diyan na lang. Next page. Next page. Ayan. Fail, 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 fail. Next page. Okay. So, 935 fails. Ako, isa lang ang pinail ko. Galit na tatay ko. In fact, 75 nga eh. Hindi pa nga fail eh. Sa constitutional law. Galit na sa akin. Ito 935 fails. So, forgive me, Mr. Secretary, allow me to make this point one more time. Outrage kasi, hindi naman pala unexpected na bumaksak yung bridge. Kasi nga, kung since 2018 till now, 5 years, problem after problem after problem after problem, and then ganyang karaming fails, and then next hearing, let's look at the retrofit. I'll allow anyone who wants to comment even from the contractors. But can you go to the next slide? So ito yung pinakita ko na kanina, every single span nagka-problema. Ang difference lang, yung pula, critical defects, yung, is that pink? Pink ba yan? Orange. No, orange is the major defects. The one severe is pink, severe defects, and then minor yung yellow. So, it's true that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 are minor, but all spans na kitaan ng problema. Next slide. So, we put the timeline, Sec, and we'll submit this to you to help your investigators para they can fill in the blanks. But ang wala po kami ay yung ano yung wala tayo? Yung retrofit plans?
They submitted, sir, pero sabog yung submission, sir. Hindi natin may na maayos.
Pero nasa atin.
Yes, sir.
So do we need anything else?
I suggest, sir, i-submit nila na nakatakas kasi ang gulo.
Sir, I don't know kung... I won't assume na sadya to, ha? But sir, both in the new Senate building tsaka dito, binigyan kami ng kalahating kwarto ng dokumento. To be fair to Yusek Sadain, after namin nag-usap, nilagyan niya ng tabs at nakaayos na. Pero eto sir kasi, halimbawa yung sa retrofit, kalat-kalat yung dokumento, hindi nakaayos. So, hirap na nga kaming tignan, lalong hirap. So, may we ask that yung terms of reference of the retrofit and complete correspondence leading to the retrofit and the as-builts. I'll send it to you, sir, but parang maybe a contact person na lang from whoever's office. And that will help also, sir, not only us, it will help your new committee. Kasi mahirapan din siya kung ganun. Of course, he speaks your language dahil Engineer ho din ba yung ginawa niyong head, sir?
The head is actually the Undersecretary for Legal Affairs,
Okay.
Your Honor.
But he will have
But we have technical...
he will have all the technical
Yes,
people.
yes, Your Honor.
Next slide, please. Patapos na to, sir. So, yun lang. Request to conduct third-party review of the original design and specifications of assets to be... Sige, sorry. This is a... Hindi, bumalik lang tayo. So, sorry, sir, hindi ko napasok to. In 2019, there was an actual... Ito naman sinabi mo na rin, sir. No? They wanted a review of the design. Okay, next slide. Yung hingin lang natin, yan na yan, so wala na sa slide. Okay, sorry for the details. I'll recognize former TESDA Secretary, TESDA man, former Majority Leader Joel Villanueva, and then I'll give others a chance kung may sasabihin, then we can end, and if you want to stop there. And if anyone has any information, siguro before you lang, General Mata, yeah. So in coordination naman kayo, di ba? So maybe with the legal affairs USEC, kasi I think your help will be indispensable then sa kanila, di ba? So may I volunteer them coordinating also with you on the ground.
Yes, sir.
No? And securing the site just so that... by the way, when I say secure the site, it's also to advantage of the contractor kung wala siyang nagawang mali, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Kasi kung may maninira sa kanya, pwede rin palitan yun.
Yes, sir.
Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, General. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Senator?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Senator Cayetano, our colleague, our dear brother in Christ, to our resource person, Secretary Bonoan, our friends from the government, former Secretary Singson, my former colleague in the cabinet.